Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to go ahead and create a presentation styled video with Videomotionpro using any presentation software that you like. Now this is great for video sales letters or even just content for your video training courses and info products and YouTube content. Okay, so what we'd do first of all is open up your presentation, and you can either use Keynote, PowerPoint or Prezi, whatever kind of presentation software you like. So I've got one over here in Keynote, but what I'm going to do first of all is click on the screen capture tool over here, and I'm going to select my microphone as this Yeti one, this Blue Yeti stereo mic, and I'll just deselect that built-in microphone. If you want to have a webcam recording as well, you can select that, but I'm just going to have the presentation recorded. I'm going to deselect this mouse cursor option, and I'm going to record the whole screen of my computer. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and click on the record button. Okay, so while it's starting to record, you would have seen that it's got the countdown on. I've just switched over to Keynote, and this is my presentation software that I'm using. And so what I would do now is go ahead and click on the play button, and I'll go ahead and position my mouse right off the screen. So I'll bring it right down to the bottom of the screen, okay, so that it's not going to be recorded during this presentation. So then what I'd like to do before I start my presentation, I like to have about a 3 or 4 second pause so that when I go and do my editing, I can see exactly when I started my video. So I'm just going to pause for a few seconds. Okay, so then what I'll do is go ahead and go through this presentation and record it. I'm talking about my presentation and the slides, and also going through each of the slides. So I'm going to go through and create this into a video. So creating presentation videos with Videomotionpro tutorial. So I'm using the arrows on my keyboard. I'm simply going through here. So I'd say step 1, you need to go ahead and create your presentations. You can use software such as PowerPoint, Keynote or Prezi or any other presentation software that you prefer. Then I go to the next slide. Step 2 is to open up Videomotionpro and select the screen capture feature. Choose your microphone and select full screen, then press record. Okay, so then the final step is to go ahead and open up your presentation. And as I said, I like to wait a few seconds before I start recording. And also at the end of my recording, I like to wait a few seconds and just have a nice pause before I actually close my presentation, so that I can know where the start point of my video is and also the end point. And then I'll go ahead and exit my presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for a few seconds, and then I'm going to go ahead and exit my presentation. Okay, so now I'm going to click on the escape button. And I'm going to go over to Videomotionpro again and just click on Videomotionpro, the icon, and you'll see that my video is being captured and added into my media folder. So I'm going to drag this down over here, and you're about to see, as I said about the pause, you can see on the timeline that I've got a big pause here between the waveforms, and also I've got one at the end over here. So that just shows me that all this area over here is kind of unwanted in my video, and I'm not going to be using it. You can see like that. So what I would do is just go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer so I can see exactly where it is, and I go through and just play it through and see where I want to start. Okay, so then what I would do is go ahead. Okay, so I've got that part that I know that I want to start about there. I can see my waveform. I'm just going to go ahead and cut all this off. So I'm going to select my time indicators, click on the track, and click on the scissors tool. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to the start of it and just play this through again. Okay, so then what I would do is go ahead and go through this. Great, so that's looking really good. And again, the same thing I do at the end. You can see that I've got my ending over here and I've got my gap. So I'll just play this through and see if it sounds good. Go ahead and exit my presentation. Cool. So I'd leave it maybe a second or so at the end, just for the end of the video. I'm just going to go ahead and split this track and delete it. And that's looking good. So let's have a look. Okay, so then what I would do is go ahead and go through this presentation and record it. I'm talking about my presentation and the slides, and also going through each of the slides. So I'm going to go through and create this into a video. So creating presentation videos with Videomotionpro tutorial. So I'm using the arrows on my keyboard. I'm simply going through here. So I'd say step 1. So as you can see, it's looking really good, and the presentation really makes it look professional. And you can use this for your training video content, for your video sales letters. Just simply add the text on the slide, add some images, and make it look really nice. And then what you can do is also go ahead and add an intro animations to your videos. If you want to do a training video, you can simply drag this across, add in an intro animation, select an animation that you'd like, add your logo. You can have a really nice looking animation for your video, for the start point of your video. Okay, so let's just go and grab one. I really like this one here, so I'm going to select my logo. So just select this logo here and click on open, and I'll go give it a name. Let's say Videomotionpro. here like that, and then I'm going to add this intro to my timeline. I'll drag it up and I'll drag this video across over here. And you can see I've got a really nice looking animation. Okay, so I'll just pause that. You can also go ahead and add in some audio tracks. We've got some awesome audio logo animation tracks. Let's just play some of these. So you can go through and just check out all these awesome tracks. Once you've found one, you can simply add the audio track to your video. Maybe you want to get one that's a bit longer so it fits nicely on your video. But after that, you've got a really nice looking video. And I'm going to go ahead and render this one into an actual video by clicking on the render video button. Then I'll click on the MP4 export, so I want to make it MP4. I'm going to select 1920 by 1080p, and I'm going to go ahead and select this to save to my desktop as Videomotionpro training presentation video. Okay, so I'm going to select that to my desktop, save that, and click on create video. Okay, great, so you can see that I've created my video. It took about 50 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and open this one like so. And you'll be able to see I've got my video to make it a little smaller and play this through. Great. Okay, so then what I'll do is go ahead and go through this. You can see how easy it is to create awesome looking presentation videos with Videomotion Pro.